So this is interesting. Tonight's NXT was pre-recorded last Tuesday. Now, if you haven't seen a lot of spoilers for it, it's because it's in the PC. WWE are very good at controlling that environment. But what it did mean, if you was watching internationally on Netflix and not in the United States, you actually just got the full show just drop at 1 a.m. UK time, and it literally just dropped without commercials, and if you watch the entire thing through, it was like an hour and 19 minutes in total. Awesome for us watching internationally, of course, 0 commercials, which is always fun with wrestling, and we get to go to bed a little bit earlier, but it sucks for those in the United States who are watching at the same time with commercials, obviously behind the rest of the world. So I have to give you guys a warning. After last night's Raw, they recorded July 4th SmackDown for this Friday, which of course means it might happen again for Friday night SmackDown. So if you're in the United States, maybe stay off of social media during the show if you don't want to see international fans talking about things you haven't seen yet. But this is things you might have missed from WWE NXT. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. Joe Hendry was on NXT tonight in the very first match. Joe Hendry would defeat Wes Lee. Of course, on commentary for this, the TNA champion, Trick Williams, who would talk about how he's preparing for Slammiversary, which, if you didn't know, is now a triple threat match on July 20th as Trick defends the belt against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. And it would be Mike Santana tonight coming out, taking out the other members of High Rise at ringside to even the odds, allowing Joe Hendry to pick up the big win tonight over Wes Lee. After weeks of the compelling story of the D'Angelo family breakdown and who can Tony trust, we actually got an answer tonight as to where the loyalties of Luca Crusifino truly lie. Would it be with a Don or would it be with Stacks? Well, he punched Tony D'Angelo in the middle of the ring. Instantly, Stacks thought that meant that, Luca's on his team, but it did not. Luca Crusifino turning around, laying out Stacks as well, getting the microphone and saying his loyalties lie with Luca Crusifino, which is great. This is exactly the direction I hope this would go in. Are we now maybe going to get a triple threat between the D'Angelo family? And good on Luca as well. For weeks, we've actually seen him try to help Tony. And of course, things have happened that haven't exactly been his fault. And Tony's blamed him purely out of paranoia with what happened with Stacks. So I don't blame him for not taking the side of the Don. And why would you take the side of Stacks, the man who's trying to make you out to be the bad guy? It makes perfect sense. And the crowd really responded to it. So maybe a bit of a breakout moment here for Luca. Be interesting to see. I do wonder though, where is Adriana Rizzo? By now I thought she'd be back. I thought she'd be back maybe trying to pull the family back together. Maybe at this point have taken Stack's side. Now with Luca going off on his own as well. I really don't know where she fits into this next when she returns. Does she join with Tony or someone else in the group? Does she come back? Maybe is not even part of the group? Really just don't know at this point. Lexus King would take on the new single star, Miles Borne tonight. And yes, not a real big surprise, Miles Borne picked up the win. Actually, a very good match between the two. Big news though, Miles Borne has a brand new theme song and it sounds very cool. I'd like to hear it without the crowd, obviously, because it has lyrics. Couldn't hear a word that was being sung, so I want to hear what it says actually in the song. But that's not all. We also saw him debut a new finishing move, for him at least, the zigzag, or a variation of the zigzag, by Miles Borne tonight to get the win on Lexus King. Very interesting. Tatum Paxley has listened to Izzy Dame. Tatum Paxley believes that Izzy Dame is her actual friend, and tonight we saw the first entrance with Tatum and the Culling. She's not an official member yet, as far as we know, but it definitely was insinuated by commentary that it looks like Tatum and Izzy are now an official tag team. Do you know what? I really am against this idea. I really think Tatum should be a single star. However, if this is to get Tatum and Izzy on the Evolution Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles, we'll see how it goes. Shocking scenes tonight, though, as Tatum Paxley would save Izzy Dame and Zaria would spear Soul Ruca. WWE, you cannot tease breaking up Ruca. Not now. Not now we've accepted it, and not now you've taken away Tatum from solo action. Tatum and Izzy would pick up the big win tonight, but because Izzy Dame pinned Ruca, we found out at the Great American Bash, she will challenge for the Women's North American Championship against Ruca. Hank and Tank, though, obviously furious after last week, where we believe it was the culling that took them out. Tatum Paxley embracing the darkness of the culling, though, sort of manipulating the situation, getting Hank and Tank to put the tag belts on the line next week against the culling. A big win tonight for Laine Reid as she defeated Thea Hale. Not a clean win, no. She had to grab the ropes, and obviously Thea's arm also underneath the ropes, but the referee didn't spot it. So, I like this. In just a few weeks, Laine Reid has gone from the random person that nobody knew, showing up to challenge Jacy Jayne on the debut of Mariah May in NXT, and of course, that was just that. Now, she's showing character, she's showing up in matches, she's performing great in the ring. It's a way to build someone, I like it. A nice promo tonight for Darkstate, they're not forgotten. They said, though, that they know where Darkstate will show up next. Now, spoiler alert, because it's pre-recorded weeks in advance, we believe that's going to be showing up on TNA, so maybe you want to check out Thursday's TNA. It's official for the Great American Bash. Obafemi will defend the NXT Championship against Yoshiki Inamura. I did not think Inamura would beat Jasper Troy tonight, but he did. Absolute scenes, and I love it. I'll be honest, I'd have been happy whomever won this match, but genuinely, I think Inamura is someone who has grown on me. His ability in the ring is absolutely brilliant, and to see what he can do in there against Obafemi is going to be exciting. Could NXT pull a swerve and have Inamura win? Yes, they actually could. So I think this one's less than predictable. I also wouldn't mind seeing Oba retain, just so we do get the eventual rematch with Jasper Troy, because when they met the first time, that was brilliant. But unfortunately, it was tarnished by the referee not counting the 3 count, claiming Jasper Troy's shoulder was up when it clearly wasn't. The world could see it. The audience then started booing. All the air got sucked out of the match, just for Obafemi to perform one more move and then get the 3 count anyway. So let them run it back without that, you know what I mean? All is good within Chase U, as Chase U are finally on the right track. Andre Chase tonight apologising to his new students, saying that he will learn, that he can open his mind to new things. So what we're talking about here, right, is a heel turn. That's where I think this is going to go. The new students obviously manipulating Andre Chase, knowing he was at his lowest point, so they're going to use it to their own advantage. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It'll be an interesting aspect to see Andre Chase turn heel. Next week, Ricky Saints will take on the Vanity Project. And if he wins, that's a gauntlet match, by the way, but if he wins, he gets to pick the stipulation for the match with Ethan Page. A lot of speculation that this could be a loser leaves NXT match, with obviously the loser maybe being the next member to join Seth freaking Rollins. That could be interesting. In the main event segment tonight, Ava made it official. It will be Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley versus Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe in tag action at the Great American Bash, 24 hours before Evolution, where Jacy Jayne will defend the Women's Championship against Jordynne Grace. A great NXT tonight. I love the fact it's finished early. It might just be like 3/4 of an hour, but for me, that's gold at this time of night. Do you know what I mean? For me, a 7 out of 10 is fair. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!